I can only smile after reaching the destination I always wanted to see. Sahara Desert, an ocean of golden dunes, sculpted by winds and time. A place I had always imagined, a dream etched on my bucket list. But let's get back to where it all started, because the journey to the desert was full of magical and mysterious places.
Good morning from Marrakesh. I already met some people here. Starting up, picking up some people, and I think the journey is going to be great. I feel that. Although the weather isn't perfect, I think we're still going to have fun. The most important thing is a good company. That's the thing. So let's go. I don't know what's our first stop. I cannot even pronounce it. So when I get there, I'm just gonna ask, and we'll take some good pictures for sure.
3-day trip starts in the busy city of Marrakesh. It's the home to nearly 1 million people, most of whom follow Islam. But Marrakesh's story is also about diversity. I was surprised to learn that Jewish communities used to thrive in Marrakesh, leaving behind synagogues and traditions that still echo today. You will also find traces of Christianity and even smaller religious minorities, showing how global influences weave into the city's fabric. What makes Marrakesh special is how these ideologies coexist: Berber heritage, Arab traditions, and religious diversity also blending into the city that feels both ancient and alive. I will come back to Marrakesh a little bit later, but for now let's focus on the ride, because the views outside changed really quickly. We start from plains and then we reach the Atlas Mountains, where it's get very interesting, because the nature changes all the time, from the flowing rivers to the mountain peaks. There are just so many things that catch my eye.
We got 30 minutes, and I must say it looks very pretty. Please note, this is not our main attraction, it's just a bathroom break. But I really like this view. I was told that if you're taking this tour, as I did, this is a 3-day tour, you shouldn't really go to the restaurants that they suggest, and you should kind of search around and figure it out yourself, like Google Maps, and check the reviews and things like that, because apparently you're paying a lot more in those places that they take you to, and the quality isn't right. So both things I don't like: bad quality and high prices.
As I later figured out, that wasn't the case on my tour. Therefore, I highly recommend it, and I put a link into the description if you're interested. After the first break, we entered the high Atlas mountain area. And if you know me, when I see mountains, I feel instantly happier. This is just my happy place. And Morocco has lots of mountains. As a matter of fact, 65% of Morocco's territory is covered by mountains, with the highest peak reaching 4,167 meters. And we did have a quick stop to admire this magnificence of the mountains that surround us. But this was such a short time, and I wish we could have at least a few days to just hike around this area. There's just so much to see, but who knows, maybe next time. This time is all about the desert.
Yeah, we've got some nice views up here. I don't know how much time do I have, but I want to climb all the way up. I think it's worth it. I don't know if you see the incline, but it's not like very easy. It's a little difficult. It's a little bit difficult.
I soon realized that I really have to run, but I finally got to the top. Entering Atlas Mountains of Morocco is like entering a different world. Amazigh, or Berber communities, have lived here for centuries. Their villages are built with mud bricks, stone, and rammed earth, blending seamlessly into the rugged landscape. Architecture often takes the form of fortified kasbahs, clustered hillside homes, and terraced layouts that reflect both the harsh climate and communal traditions. It feels like time slows down here, almost as if it stops for a moment. And maybe that's exactly what we need in today's world. We're constantly bombarded with information and distractions, leaving little space to truly enjoy what surrounds us. Here, life is simpler, and I think we could use a little bit more of that simplicity. And at the same time, they could use a little bit of our development. The challenge, of course, is finding that sweet middle, the balance between progress and peace. And this is how we got to our first destination, called Ait Ben Haddou. And I hope I pronounced it right, but just in case, I put all of the destinations right in the description, so check it out if you need to. Before we climbed the little hill, we had to gain some calories, so we stopped in a restaurant.
I checked the reviews of this restaurant. Apparently it's pretty good. It has 1,000 reviews and almost all of them are pretty good, and the view is pretty awesome. Let's see how the food tastes.
Moroccan food is delicious, and this restaurant is no exception. It was just perfect.
So just say hello. 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 Okay, thank you.
And after gaining some calories, we started our journey to the top of the mountain. And with every step you take, it almost felt like you're going back in time at least 10 years. And the gentleman in front of me is our tour guide, and he's got some style, and he also has a lot to say.
See, we have a new bridge, but this bridge is only 10 years ago. And the name of this river, Wad al-Malh. Wad means river and Malh means salt. So this water is a salting, it's not for drink. Salt water, why? Because at 35 kilometers there's the salt mineral. So for that before, we bring the water from 3 kilometers every day. So now, the lot of families, they move to the new village. So this is new town, 45 years ago. We have water and electricity, is better, it's easy for the families. And you see place there in the right, some towers in the right. You see the towers?
It looks like there's an entrance fee for like $3 or €3. And apparently there was an earthquake not a long time ago, and they are very pleased for the tourists to pay these €3, which is great. Let them build and fix.
This place has been a UNESCO heritage site since 1987. It is also considered a great example of Moroccan earth and clay architecture, and I have to say it is magical, and it's likely one of the reasons why a lot of movies were recorded here, including the Game of Thrones and the Gladiator, which is one of my favorite ones. So which one is your favorite? You can see the list is quite long. We also had a very quick lesson about Berber communities, about their alphabet, the flag, the culture, and it was also very interesting to me. And we also learned that it is not necessarily polite to call them Berbers.
Berber is bad name. Why? Because they come from barbars. So please, the really is amazing. So 3 colors in our flag. Maybe you know what it means? So water, nature and desert. Means the 3 dialect in our language. So means yellow is the people from the south. The green means nature, means the Berber from Agadir. Why green? Because in Agadir they cultivate everything, fruit and vegetables. The blue means water, means the Mediterranean, means the Berber from the north. Okay?
Just a quick recap. This is the Berber alphabet, and those two mean a free man and a free woman, and this is their flag. But overall, these 2 letters are the most important. Free man and free woman.
Okay, we go this way, please.
Hello. So now I look like a professional tourist. Okay, apparently there was like an earthquake not a long time ago, and then 5 houses collapsed. That's so crazy to think about. And this is all traditional. There is some pigeons there. Let's see those pigeons. You can hear them. And these houses are quite fragile. At least that's how they look like. So it's very interesting that only 5 houses had a problem. But this place looks pretty cool, like really like from the movies.
Imagine these actors or soldiers running through these narrow corridors, looking through these little windows, trying to get one another killed. And if you look even farther back in time, you can imagine that this was the city's reality. And now it is all so peaceful. And I'm just looking at it and admire it.
My friend, your front is going.
Good. Let's go then.
Mohammed.
Bye bye.
One last deep breath and one last good look around the city that I will probably never see again. Not because I don't like it, but there is so much to see in this country. So I take all of the colors, all of the experiences and all of the places with me, with these videos and photos. And I have to run because obviously I had to take much more time than everybody else. On the way to the bus, we stopped at one of the stores because some people had to do shopping before the desert. At the same time, we had an opportunity to learn how to tie the headscarf.
Should begin.
with your arm size, like this. After, you make a knot, simple again, because please the knot is the base, the technique should make 0, put this one inside, close it. Now, just to open the scarf, from the left and the right. Now please, I need someone for the model, please. Which one? One of you guys? Yeah. Come. Thank you very much. Woo! Now guys, we make the knot behind his head, like this. Okay? Finish, that's it. After, we twice. The scarf in the front, twice it, I mean to fix the scarf for a hat. And the rest for cover your head, we round it 3 times, like this. Now, make a round like this. Can I have a rest of a scarf, fix it somewhere behind like this. Now guys, you need just to open the first knot, open it, and open the scarf for cover your neck and your shoulders. If you have normal weather in Sahara, like this is better, but if you have wind, you need something to cover your face. Take this side or this side, opposite to other, pass it over the face, and fix it again behind, and the rest for cover your neck and your shoulders. Good.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Henry.
Now is Mohammed. Change your name. Okay? Okay guys, the technique.
And after that, we hit the road again. Not far away from the city, you can see a very strange construction, which turns out to be the African Hollywood. And it's so interesting to see this whole thing is made just for movies, just for making movies. And you can see that there is new construction going on, and I wonder what this movie is gonna be about. And I have no idea how this all makes sense economically. Just think about it. They built a small city just to make some videos. That blows my mind, seriously. And this is how we arrived at our hotel, which was a very deserved break after a very long day of driving, walking, climbing under this hot Moroccan sun. Was it worth the effort? For sure. Do we need a break? Definitely. And this is a great place to take a break. I really enjoyed being in that hotel. I would say the rooms were not ideal, but the area inside and outside the hotel was very authentic and relaxing, especially the pool area. In the evening, you could really see how this all comes together with all the lights, the water, fountains. It felt almost magical. And inside you could find some treasures from centuries ago. Things to prepare some food. And this is probably where they prepare tagine, which is their national dish. Tiles, very cool tiles. And also something to make good Moroccan tea, which is obviously a mint tea, as you already know. And I love mint, so I feel Moroccan. The next day we stopped at a very beautiful place, an oasis where you could see so much greenery. It is so amazing to see something like this in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the desert. So we took a quick stop to admire all this beauty. Because how many times do you see such a beautiful picture in front of you? The mountains, palm trees, picturesque city around it, a local mosque, even some fire. And that brings some memories from Colorado Canyon. And to my surprise, we actually visited a very famous canyon around here.
Still a little bit sleepy, but already seeing a very beautiful place.
And the place is called Todra Gorge. As we learned yesterday, this area is controlled by the tribe from the mountains that is called Amazigh. And we learned a little bit more today about this, and it was so interesting to hear what the tour guide has to say.
Before, you should know that Amazigh families, it's like in the same in general like of the world. They wasn't like not Muslims, okay? And they was believing like in the sun. Maybe you will saw like in these places like of shopping, like these places like where they are selling like scarf, like it's full of symbols, okay? Some of them they are believing like on the sun, some of them like with these symbols, okay? Who looks like the hand of Fatima has like the same things like for protection and that's okay. But for the moment right now, most of them they are Muslims, okay? And they will let you know too about one of the cultures exactly like for the women. This is why I say for you like you are the bosses, because in our culture as Amazigh, women before they was exactly in one position who let them like feel themselves like that they are like the bosses, okay? Taking care of the children and doing many things, even like weaving to like carpets and making like many things, okay? Who is like about like handicraft things, okay? So in this moment, women before they was doing tattoos in their own faces, and this tattoos has exactly a specific meaning like for protection and for having a good luck and for wishing for a husband. Exactly, your wife she will put a tattoo to protect you, and for you if you go outside exactly like to have a good luck, okay? So this is like why they are putting tattoos, okay? But for the moment right now, this kind of tattoos, as you know exactly in Islam, the tattoos, I think in Catholic too, okay? If you are like Catholic, putting tattoos like permanent tattoos in your skin is something not allowed to do, okay? And two, in this tour, we will go inside of the gardens and we will know about the plants that families they are using to make tattoos, okay? So maybe if there is someone of you like who is interested like to make tattoo, I can help him, okay? It's one of the easiest like way to make tattoo with the plants. If you hear about like the alfalfa, you know alfalfa. I think in Germany you say clay. In français la luzerne. Vous connaissez la luzerne? La luzerne. La luzerne is one of the plants that most families over here they are growing to feed their own animals. Okay, they are growing it over here just like to feed their own animals, and the women before they was using it exactly like to make tattoos, okay? So right now we will walk to discover exactly about these plants, okay? And we'll know more exactly how families they are separating their own land, okay? Okay, so
one question. How do you communicate with other people? What language do you use? Like
our
local language or
Amazigh
just
language,
Arabic?
exactly.
It is the local
yes.
language. Oh.
But if I go outside exactly, if I need exactly to go to Marrakesh, we have our own dialect that we call Darija.
Darija, okay.
It's one of the
So you speak how many languages now?
a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
My mother language, Amazigh, okay, and and Arabic, Darija exactly, and Arabic language too in general, and a little bit French, Spanish, and English. A little bit of English too.
Okay. Another question I have actually.
Yes, of course.
How does the dating look like here? Like
Dates.
how do you meet a woman?
You are talking about this moment or before?
Right, like now, yeah.
For the moment right now is more close exactly than
Because I can imagine this is
more-
like very close community.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for the moment right now, exactly as we say, like there is high schools, there is universities, so
Also
you can
like
chill,
the
people.
school work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's no like place that you can go out and
Before, yes. Before, people, how they know each other, because as I say for you before, that families, they are only working with agriculture over here. They are doing their own stuff over here in the village. And the moment when a boy, he will meet exactly a girl, when they are celebrating or making like, there is like a party, wedding party,
Okay.
or something like that, okay? Where they are usually like singing over there, where eyes like contact will happen. Maybe,
okay.
So
it's like very secretive.
yeah,
right?
over there. And over here, even like if in our Amazigh culture, the women's, they have like something like special, okay? they are usually like you should exactly like to. I don't know exactly how to explain that more in English.
Okay.
But you need exactly like to be patient, okay?
Okay.
For a special
Yeah,
moments,
yeah.
and you need exactly like to use this moment like just to find like your girl, or maybe two from the village, or maybe like from your neighbors or from your family, okay? Over here the families too, they are marrying together a lot, okay?
Yeah.
It's just like a mom who is like usually like giving for you.
Oh, but okay.
Who's giving
but
for you advice
do
like
they-
for marriage.
do they give you advice, or is it like an order? Like, you know,
I think is
you have to marry this guy.
some before yes, before we can say like that it looks like that, but for the moment right now it's like more optional. She's just like choosing for you. She say for you like this one is more good because the
best
moms
choice.
over here they are like more in contact with the other girls, okay?
Okay.
So they know like more their own personality, so they know maybe like that you will be like a perfect couple together. So she say for you like, okay, this girl exactly for our neighbors, like her family like they are good.
I see.
And okay, so we go exactly like to ask
So
for
she
her
gives
hand.
you polite directions.
Yes,
Okay.
and she's like the one like who is guiding you exactly like to go exactly like to a specific woman, and the one exactly that she feel like she's good for you. Okay,
see.
so this is how things over here like works. But
All right, thank
there
you.
is a little bit like change like for the future. But before we used like to live like that.
This is so interesting to see so much water running through these dry lands. Beautiful. And it's so peaceful here.
It really looks like the locals here have their own little private heaven on earth. Our guide, like many people here, believes that this little heaven is very well protected by their king.
I think if we don't have like this system like of kingdom, I think Morocco will be like a zoo. Okay.
Like
And-
surrounding countries, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Because we, as I say for you, like Amazigh, there is like this tribe. There is other people that says like their own origin, like they are Arabs. Okay, other ones they're saying like we are mixed. Other ones they are saying like we are from Tuareg. The Tuareg ones they are original coming from the north of Mali and north of Niger. They have like their own things too. And other ones that they comes like after Andalus. You should to know that they are calling them in Spanish like Moriscos. Is Sephardis. Sephardis they are Jewish, okay, but they conform to Islam too, okay, after coming back to Fez and these places. So in Morocco we are more mixed, okay.
So there was like, there used to be more Jewish people, right?
In Morocco,
In
yes.
Morocco.
I think in our place over here, they still like exist in like many Jewish families.
Okay.
And I think for you will get something in your trip over here in Morocco. But in Morocco, we are using a lot the hand of Fatima. Do you know the hand of Fatima? It's more known in Spain. I think in Italy too. La mano di Fatima. This symbol it comes like from a Jewish culture actually, and there's a lot of used in Morocco. And one of the reasons too, like that families they are using like their own symbols, like in this carpet place and in scarf and that. Okay, it's just like because exactly of this contact that everyone is like looking for his symbols and his things exactly like just to be special and to use it exactly like for his own tribe. Okay, and about the stars in the middle over there is for the 5 pillars in Islam. Okay. You know exactly like the 5 pillars in Islam. First, like to confirm and to believe in God exactly, and the second thing is charity to help poor people. And for the moment right now, like is Ramadan, okay. And the third thing is pilgrimage. How do you say it? To go exactly like to Mecca, okay.
Pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage. Yes.
Pilgrimage. Yeah.
My accent is like and the last one is to Prague, okay.
One of the sources of income in this village is making carpets.
Salud.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Yes.
How long does it take to make one carpet? For example, the big one.
Good question. Like that one, it takes time. Like that one, it's weaving with camel. Then after it's embroidery with agava. And bigger one, you need about 1 year. 8-9 months between and 1 year. And normally women as well is not working all day. You're working hour and a half, 2 hours a day. No more. It's very high for eyes, very high for back. No possible to work all day. 1.5, 2 hours a day, no more.
How do you choose the pattern?
Choose
The
design.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
design.
it's from
From memory?
memory. For that it's difficult to find in one similar than another. Not like machine. Machine carpet you can see 3,000, 4,000 copy. But if I show you all I have here, it's difficult to find these similar ones.
Do they have names, the patterns?
No, yeah, design. You have every design. You have meaning. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Normally, I am happy to show you some of the carpets you have ready finished. For to know difference between sheep and lamb and camel, and as well Berber design. Yeah. Yeah, welcome, brother.
Do only women do carpeting, or men
and
also?
women.
So everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
His confidence was a little bit off, so I decided to check it. And it turns out I was right. Because carpet weaving is exclusively done by women in this village.
How expensive is such a carpet? So you buy it, yeah, like the big one.
How much?
How much? Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Something like this, it costs about 5,000 euro.
Somebody would say 5,000 euros is a lot of money for a carpet. But I would say it's a fair price considering how much time and effort it takes to make carpets like this. And he specifically asked about the most expensive carpet in the room. If I needed to buy a carpet, I would probably buy it here. Supporting a local community and getting a nice handmade carpet? Why not? Sounds like a deal. After a short walk, we had a chance to learn a little bit more about how houses are built in this area. You can see that there is some modern infrastructure, but there are still houses that are built in this traditional way.
In all these kasbahs, there is like a size of the wall is so important, okay, just to support the size of the house, okay, that usually you will find like that sometimes like in the bottom over here or in the first floor that the size of the wall has like 1 meter of the largest, okay, and the second floor is more shorter, okay, and this is like how they are building their own houses, and inside over here there is like no rocks, okay, only like they are mixing like mud and straw, and then with the system like of pressure, okay, they are building and they are kind of like putting like mud, this mix, trying like to put it like to be like more fixed, and then they are going back, okay, like that, okay, and then they are making like a tour like that, okay, until that other place like will become dry, and then they start again, okay, this is how. And about the palm trees, as we saw over here, when I say for you we don't have like a good quality of the palm trees, you should to know that families they was growing like palm trees just to use them for the system of construction as you saw over here, okay. The principal things is mud that comes like from the field over here. Everything that you have over here like that families they are using, it comes like from the field. The bamboo close to the river, the palm trees and this wood too like comes like from tamarisk tree, all of them like they are families like having them like from the valley over here, okay.
And with that, we are back on the road, a little bit tired, but we'll keep going, because we have one little stop to go before the desert, and it's very exciting to me because I'm so hungry. I was so hungry, and this location was a very charming. It had its own vibe, and honestly, I really enjoyed it. And considering it was a buffet and it was the last stop before the desert, I ate as much as possible. And that was our last stop. And here we are at the desert. So this is where you set everything up. Everybody gets ready for the dunes, for the desert, for Sahara, which is in the background now. And some camels, obviously. And today, it will be my first day on the camel. First camel ride. Feel excited? Yeah? Okay, let's try that. Whoa! Woo! Whoa. Yeah, that's a fun thing to say the least. German friends. All right.
Okay, no, don't yet.
Camels can go up to a week without drinking, losing as much as 40% of their body weight due to dehydration. When water is available, they can drink over 100 liters in just 1 minute. That is unbelievable. How are we doing, my friend? I hope everything's fine. I hope I wasn't too heavy for you. Yeah? Good boy. Hello.
Hello.
Are these your camels?
Yeah, camel.
That's your camel?
Yeah.
Yes? Oh,
yeah.
nice. You love your camel? You like your camel?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Name?
Hassan.
Hassan.
Yeah.
He has a name. Okay, cool. Hello, Hassan. That's nice. Thank you. That's a big one. I think it's big if you compare it with the other. Nice camel. I have to say that it is quite enjoyable to ride a camel. It's quite relaxing. It's quite relaxing, like a meditation almost. But if you do it for a long time, I don't think you would enjoy it that much. On the other hand, you don't really have a lot of choice. I mean, back in the days, I think that's all they could do, is to ride a camel. But these dunes are amazing, just to look at it. Actually, these are my first steps in Sahara Desert. First steps. And it feels nice. I've been here only for 2 days, roughly 2 days, and I have already seen this just a different world. Totally different world. It looks like nobody walked this way, because I don't see any foot marks on the sand, so I'm not sure if I am smart or I'm stupid, but we'll figure it out later, I guess. If I'm lucky, I'm just gonna have this dune for myself. Hopefully that's the case, because that's what I'm looking for. Okay,
This is not an easy hike. Maybe that's why nobody tried that one. All right, I think step by step and we'll get there. It is such a strange feeling to sit here among these dunes in Sahara Desert. I want to take it all in, reset my thinking, and stay quiet for a moment. But not for long. Despite obvious challenges of living in the desert, people of Merzouga seem to be very happy about their life very close to the desert. And in the end, you can say that desert is really a lot of fun. It is probably the biggest playground in the world, by far. It's absolutely gorgeous. And there's gonna be more. Oh. Once we are back at the camp, I think I will try to get out of the camp and take some more photos, videos, I guess. And hopefully we can do that. Not sure yet if they will let us out, but I hope so. Yeah. Fortunately, I saw some people on the horizon and they were from my team, so I was able to stick around for a little bit longer to enjoy a magical sunset in the desert. I don't know if you agree with me, but sunset is the most beautiful time of the day. And to spend it there, in the desert, it is an out-of-this-world experience. Well, I don't think you need a portal to another dimension. You just need a ticket to Morocco. Long day, but a fruitful day, for sure. No need for glasses anymore. The closer we get to the city lights, the more inviting they feel, because honestly, being in the desert at night, it's a little bit strange. You can see that there is an entire camel train in front of me, and yet nobody's talking, and you can hear only camels moving forward. That's about it. It's relaxing, at the same time a little creepy. And that's how we arrived at our camp. And although everybody was tired, the atmosphere was quite festive. The night was sleepless, at least for me. The morning started with the sound of engines outside, but obviously we took a different ride. And the camels have been waiting there for us the entire night. These fascinating animals don't have a continuous, long-lasting sleep. Instead, they wake up and they go to sleep several times a night. And that sleeping process takes about 6 hours. Interestingly, camels can sleep while standing. Only when they are in very deep sleep, they have to lay down.
It's definitely hard to wake up at 5:30 for the camel ride. But how many times in your life do you have a chance to ride a camel for a sunrise? It is very cold and windy. And I hate those two combinations.
Looking around, it makes you wonder how much sand is in Sahara Desert. And I was surprised that somebody actually calculated that. And the number is mind-blowing. It is actually 2 quadrillion tons of sand. And compare that to the number of people on Earth, which is just 8 billion. It is so interesting how quickly you can forget about the difficulties of waking up, or about the wind, or about the cold, when you look at the beautiful sunrise. And this is when our tour guide took us back to the Oasis. And on the way back, I just wondered if I will ever see this place again. And this is when I had to say goodbye to my lovely desert. And before our 8-hour-long drive, we had a chance to get some food. There is no shortage of beautiful views along the way. And there is no shortage of police officers stopping random drivers. Fortunately, our driver was not stopped. I think he just drove too fast to be caught. I'm laughing, but they drive real fast. And they communicate with one another to make sure that they're not caught. And I have to say, I don't mind the speed, so I was cool with that. At some point during the trip, I noticed this mesmerizing lighthouse-like object in the distance. And it really felt alien. But it turns out it is the largest concentrated solar power plant in the world. And it can provide electricity to over 1 million people. And this is where my first Moroccan chapter ends. We are back in Marrakesh. That will be covered in my next video. So if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you did, thank you so much. And if you are ready for the next chapter of this story, click the link showing on the screen and let the adventure continue.